Alright, time to redo rocker arms. So these are the nice set of boxes, and these are not so nice set of boxes over here. So the other thing is, these are 70 heads, I think. Casting number's way down in there if you can read it. 70 or 71, whatever the hell year these things are. Right between the fins down here. Right there if you can read it. So these are the tall studs, so see all the studs are tall. So it takes early rocker boxes. These are late rocker boxes. See how it's got the one low one right here? So these are late rocker boxes. So most all the 80-inch heads have these in there, but not all of them, because this didn't come out until 79 or 80 when you went to that low stud. So when you put those on the bike, you're going to have one stud that's lower than the other in the corner. And it's the inner one on that head, and it's the back frame rail on this head back here. So I think it was the frame rail is the reason they did it. Help clear the frame. They just make the same box. The castings are equal, so whatever you do on one, you do on the other. So these are early heads. We're going to use the early boxes. So I took all the guts out of these boxes to put into those boxes. So these are the ones I just cleaned up. Get them out of our way. Put them in a smaller box over here to get rid of them. Don't need a big box like that like they came in before. Okay. Junk out of the way. Alright, I went ahead and blast the intake manifold. Someone did some light sanding in there, like they were trying to do something. We're actually going to do something in a little bit. Okay, so we got lefts and rights here. Two of each. They're not front and rear because on one side they're one and on the other side they're the other. You can see how someone sanded on these things. They're not very even around or flat. You can see what I was only hitting on one little spot. So a lot of the aftermarket arms come this way. I wouldn't be surprised to see how this arm was made. So it's not made to an even radius. It's curved side to side, which it's not supposed to be. So it's just basically not done right. They're real nice and shiny, but shiny metal is not straight, flat, or true to anything. So those need to be worked on a little bit. The other problem is the shafts don't want to go through the holes very well. Of course that one does. Yeah, it sticks a little bit, see. So got some high spots in here. We've got to work on those a little bit. The shafts themselves don't look too bad. These are late shafts because they got double bearing area there. Don't ask me why that one's there. I have no idea why. Something to do with manufacturing, I'm sure. You only use these two right here, so no reason for that. The earlier shafts do not have that. Benches are already. So these are the late shafts. Plus they got the big, huge chamfer over here. The early ones don't have that either. So these are all 80s components. So these might be the high ratio rock arms, or they might just be aftermarket. Who knows? Don't know. Don't care. We're going to use them because that's what we have. Alright, so these have to be honed to get the burrs off. These have to be reground to make them sway straight and truer. The bushings, unless they're really, really bad, we're going to leave them. And they didn't look like they were worn too awful bad in there. So we're pretty much going to leave them. They don't wear on the top, they wear on the bottom, where all the load is. So we'll deal with that. The intake manifold is not flat. You can see how lightly sanded it's high on the ends. When you put your scale on there, you can see that it's not. It's got a high spot. It's low in the middles in there. Right through here is low. So when you look at it, you can see it's low in there. So that needs to be flattened out a little bit. And might as well do a little trimming in there to make it flow better too. Alright, got all kinds of stuff to do. What fun. We're going to start with doing the honing of the shaft. Little tripod out over here. Yeah. Too much crap in the way over here. Close enough. I think that's going to fall over before I even touch it. Tripods need to be spread out or they fall. One thing about tripods is how they work. They like to fall over. Okay, so take the shaft, put it in the lid here. And we got our external hone right here. We're going to hone that surface and knock off those burrs. A little dab of oil on there. Takes the burrs right off. See all the burrs are gone now. Nice and clean. And now the rocker arm will go right on it with no problem. That's a good one right there. Goes right on it. Chuck is in the way there, but anyway, it goes on nice and smoothly. Doesn't bind no more. Alright, so we'll do the other ones. Let's see, put that over here, maybe you can see better, I don't know. Pulsing back and forth as the out around condition going on. More work than I wanted to do, but oh well. Now you could put a file like this. Sandpaper on here like this and file across the surface a little bit flat. It keeps the sandpaper relatively flat. And do the same thing. It'll deburr it. It won't make it round or true. It'll deburr it. This makes it round and true. We're just trying to take burrs off. That's all we're doing right now. Feel the high spot on that one. You tighten these things down. There's a spacer right here that expands it on the edge. This one's got a big chamfer on it, so it shouldn't have been too bad. superb. Definitely have a lot of high spots on it. Shouldn't, but it does. Alright. Still got some high spots in there somewhere. It's just the way the rocker I'm hanging off that one bush makes it feel that way. It slides in there real nice and easy. Like that. Gives you a truer representation of burrs and not burrs. Jammed up a little bit. Alright, that works nice and clean now. Alright, so that's it for that. Alright, we'll do that.